passenger compartment of the CHR remained stable in the frontal offset test. Dummy numbers showed good protection of the knees and femurs of both the driver and passenger. Toyota showed that a similar level of protection would be provided to occupants of different sizes and to those sitting in different positions. Dummy readings of compression indicated marginal protection for the driver's chest. All other critical body regions were well or adequately protected for both driver and passenger. Analysis of the deceleration of the impact trolley during the test and of the deformable barrier after the test revealed that the CHR would be a benign impact partner in a frontal collision. In the full-width rigid barrier test, protection of the chest was rated as marginal both for the driver and the rear passenger. Moreover, post-test analysis revealed that the abdomen of the rear passenger dummy had slipped underneath the lap section of the seatbelt, a phenomenon known as submarining. A penalty was applied and protection of this body region rated as poor. In both the side barrier test and the more severe side pole impact, dummy readings indicated good protection of all critical body areas, and the CHR scored maximum points in this part of the assessment. Control of excursion, the extent to which a body is thrown to the other side of the vehicle when it is hit from the far side, was adequate. The CHR has a center airbag mounted on the driver's seat to mitigate against occupant-to-occupant injuries and such impacts. Dummy numbers were good in Euro NCAP's test, with equal protection to the front driver and passenger. Tests on the front seats and head restraints demonstrated good protection against whiplash injuries in the event of a rear-end collision. A geometric analysis of the rear seats also indicated good whiplash protection. The CHR has an advanced e-call system which alerts the emergency services in the event of a crash. The car also has a system which applies the brakes after an impact to avoid secondary collisions. Toyota demonstrated that if the car entered water, the doors, if locked, could be opened within 2 minutes of power being lost, and that electric windows would remain functional long enough to allow occupants to escape. Both the frontal offset and side barrier tests. Good protection was provided to all critical body areas for both child dummies, and the Toyota CHR scored maximum points in this part of the assessment. The front passenger airbag can be disabled to allow a rearward-facing child restraint to be used in that seating position. Clear information is provided to the driver regarding the status of the airbag, and the system was rewarded. The CHR is equipped with child presence detection, a system which issues a warning when it recognizes that a child or infant has been left in the car. All of the child restraint types for which the CHR is designed could be properly installed and accommodated in the car. Protection of the head of a struck pedestrian or cyclist was predominantly good or adequate, with poor results recorded only on the stiff windscreen pillars. Protection of the pelvis, femur, and the knee and tibia was good across the whole width of the car, and the CHR scored maximum points in this part of the assessment. The autonomous emergency braking (AEB) system of the Toyota can respond to vulnerable road users as well as to other vehicles. In tests of its reaction to pedestrians, performance was adequate and was good when tested in cyclist scenarios. Similarly, the AEB system performed well in all tests of its response to motorcyclists, and the lane support function also performed well in this regard. Overall, the autonomous emergency braking AEB system of the Toyota CHR performed very well in tests of its reaction to other vehicles, including in the head-on test scenarios. In Euro NCAP's tests, collisions were avoided in almost all scenarios. A seatbelt reminder system is fitted as standard to the front and rear seats, but the driver status monitoring system did not score highly, detecting only driver fatigue, not distraction. The lane support system gently corrects the vehicle's path if it is drifting out of lane and also intervenes in some more critical situations. The speed assistance system identifies the local speed limit, and the driver can choose to allow the limiter to be set automatically by the system. Link in the description. Cheers!